2023 zoning administrator hearing to order. Erica, would you mind announcing the staff members present?
Sure. We have our planning manager, Levi Hill, senior associate planner, Christy Sabdo. We have our associate planner, Matthew Buggart, serving as our zoning administrator. We have myself, recording secretary, Erica Barrera, and we have administrative assistant, Spencer Argenbright.
I'd like to open it up for public comments not on the agenda. Would you mind reading reminding the public how to participate during the meeting?
Members of the public are encouraged to join our meetings via Zoom Go, a secure service that connects you with no lag time. To join the Zoom meeting from a computer or phone, use the link or phone numbers on the agenda posted at isearchmonterey.org. To join by telephone, dial 833-568-8864 toll free, then enter the webinar ID. For today, the ZA webinar ID is 160-666-5889. If prompted for a participant ID, press pound. Detailed instructions for Zoom using Zoom are available at monterey.org/public meetings. Public commenters will be muted until it is their turn to speak. Please turn off TV or computer speakers or go to another room while connected, as background noise interferes with the broadcast. Public speakers will be called upon in order of their hands raised. There is a 3-minute time limit for today's meeting. Please stay within that limit. Thank you.
Is there anyone online that has any public comments for items not on the agenda today?
I see no hands raised online.
All right, we will move on to item 2 within the consent agenda, the draft minutes for Thursday, October 5th, 2023. Christy Sabdo was the zoning administrator that day, and I was in attendance at that meeting, so I'm eligible to review and approve the minutes. Do we have anyone from the public who would like to make a comment on the minutes?
There are no members of the public in the chambers, and there are no hands raised online.
I reviewed the minutes and have 2 changes to the minutes. Both of them are on packet page 6, item page 2. One is at the end of the first paragraph in zoning administrator comments. It'd be good for another sentence in there to state the applicant verbally agreed to the request for a noise study. And then at the end of the second paragraph, the final portion of that sentence should read, and in addition to the submittal of an operation plan for the proposed dance events. With these changes, I will approve the Thursday, October 5th, 2023 zoning administrator minutes. Moving on to agenda item 3, which is for the consideration of 2600 Sand Dunes Drive, use permit application UP-23-0063 for a change in use from meeting room to fitness room at the Bayview Center at the Monterey Tides Hotel. Applicant Michael Stanton, owner ACP Monterey Hotel LLC with VAF zoning district and commercial general plan land use designation exempt from CEQA per Article 19, Section 15301, Class 1. Do we have a presentation? It's your mic.
It's not working. Oh, okay. I'll start over. My name is Christy Sabdo, Senior Associate Planner with the City of Monterey. Project is 2600 Sand Dunes Drive, Monterey Tides Hotel, use permit 230063. The proposal is a change in use from meeting room to fitness room at the Bayview Center at the Monterey Tides Hotel. Whoops. Well, that was strange. Oh, okay. Sorry. So staff's recommendation is going to be to adopt the resolution approving the use permit from meeting room to fitness room at the Monterey Tides Hotel. The zoning is VAF. The general plan land use designation is commercial. The hotel is an existing 4-story hotel with meeting rooms, porte-cochere, parking, pool decks, and other amenities. The VAF zoning district requires a use permit for accessory uses. Allowable accessory uses include recreation facilities to serve guests and employees. Minor repairs to the exterior of the Monterey Tides Hotel was approved by architectural review permit, ARP 230026 on March 1st. This approval includes minor exterior changes to the building. The applicant for the use permit is Michael Stanton with Stanton Architecture. He's proposing a change in use at the Bayview Center of the Monterey Tides Hotel. Within the Bayview Center, 1,236 square feet of the existing meeting room space would be reconfigured to a fitness room for hotel guests and employees only. The fitness room would be available 24 hours, again, only to guests and employees. The Coastal Commission has confirmed that a coastal development permit is not needed. I have an email stating that. The proposed change of use would require a less intensive group classification water use from Group 2 to a Group 1 use. The applicant has been coordinating with the Water District because the process is to apply for a waiver for a change in that group classification. The location of the use is in the Bayview Center. Here's the proposed floor plan showing the change in use from meeting room to fitness room, just showing the configuration of where everything would be. And going through the findings for a use permit, the proposed project is consistent with the general plan, the objectives of the zoning ordinance, and the purposes of the zone and the city charter, VAF zone. The general plan land use map designates the site for commercial use, and the proposed fitness use would be consistent with this land use designation as it is an accessory use to serve the hotel guests and employees. Also, the proposed fitness use would be consistent with the allowable accessory uses in the VAF district, specifically recreation uses that serve guests and employees are allowed. The proposed use would only serve guests and employees. No new parking is required as the fitness room would not be open to the public, only guests and employees of the hotel. The proposed project would not be detrimental to the public health, safety, or welfare of persons residing or working in or adjacent to the neighborhood of such use. It would involve a change in use from a meeting room to a fitness room within the interior space, and that is the reason why. The proposed project will be required to satisfy and remain in compliance with all conditions of approval throughout the operation of the use. And there are special conditions of approval that staff proposes. One would be the use permit, which is a previous use permit 00436 for the Monterey Tides Hotel, is amended to allow a 1,236 square foot change in use within the Bayview Center from meeting room use to fitness room use. 2, that the allowable hours of operation for the fitness use in the Bayview Center shall be 24 hours. And 3, that any new signage requires review and approval through the planning office prior to installation. Staff recommends the ZA adopt a resolution approving structural, I'm sorry, I didn't change this, to approve the use permit for the fitness room at the Bayview Center Monterey Tides Hotel.
Thank you, Christy. I have one question for staff, which is, are there any additional structural interior adjustments necessary for the project?
Interior structural adjustments. That's a good question for the applicant.
That is my main question.
Okay.
Would the applicant like to make a presentation or have any comments about the project?
I see an attendee online. Their hand is not raised, however. It is now, and I will allow them to talk. Please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, my name is Anthony Legamaro. I'm the owner's rep for the owner of this hotel, working with Stanton on this. So no, there are no other changes. We are just doing refinishes in the other parts of this building. So there's really no structural changes at all related to this change of use.
Thank you very much. Now we'll open it up. I have no further questions for the applicant. We'll open it up for public comments. Is there anyone online that would like to make a comment?
I see no other attendees online. However, I'll go ahead and remind the public how to join. To join by telephone, dial 833-568-8864, then enter the webinar ID. Once again, today's webinar ID is 160-666-5889. And there are no attendees online.
All right, thank you. I have reviewed the staff report and resolution. Overall, I agree with staff's recommendation and the findings for the project. There is one additional condition of approval that I would like to put on the project that states the occupancy maximum shall be limited to that allowed by the city's building and fire departments for the space. And since there are no proposed structural alterations, we won't include an additional condition related to those. And that will fall under the special conditions of approval. With that change, I approve the use permit amendment. This decision may be appealed to the Planning Commission within 10 days on forms which can be found in the planning office. With that, thank you all. Congratulations. And I will adjourn the meeting at 3:12 p.m.